You know, a large part of your personality is just a response to trauma, right? Because we become who we have to be to survive. Not trying to read you on TikTok, but let's get into it, right? When we experience things as children, we take in experiences as information and we filter it and see how we can course correct. So, if you were told as a kid that you cry too much, and I'm going to give you something to cry about, the brain is going to try to course correct that and go, ooh, emotions are no good. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to become an unemotional person. Were you an unemotional person or were you told not to be emotional? Did you see a negative repercussion for being emotional? How many kids were naturally creative and artistic and playful and they were told you're never going to get any money or have a real career from that? So they became like doctors and lawyers and engineers. Did they really want to do that? No, they're artists, but they figured out to not be shamed or dismissed from their family or have to deal with, long speeches that are annoying as fuck. Let me just go do the job that everyone wants me to do and put aside my creativity. I know so many women who are savage and hard and whatever. You're actually not. It's because you were not cared for as a child. You were not protected. Someone did not look out for you. And so you had to develop a hard shell to protect yourself. But you're not hard, baby girl. You're soft. It's just that the world made you that way. So I would say, and I see the same thing in men. You know how many men I know that after you get to know them and you look past the face and the gruff exterior, they have some of the most beautiful hearts I've ever seen in my life. It's just that society made them into a person that had to protect themselves. Society told them they were not allowed to be vulnerable, right? How many, especially black men, how many of this has happened to? So you get this, you create a persona based on who you have to be. Don't blame yourself. We're all wired to survive. But here's my challenge to you. Sit with yourself and see who you really are. Who would you be if nobody was telling you who to be? If you could go move somewhere and start over where nobody knew you, what would you be like? If you could go somewhere where your family, your friends, nobody knew you, who would you be? How would you be? How would you dress? What would your personality be like? I invite you to take some time to think about that and journal that, because here's the thing, that's you. Here's another way to look at it. Who are you when you're on vacation? Because that's really who you are. You know how many people I know live like very repressed, uptight lives, and then when they're on vacation, they bust it open and they're like living their best life? That's because that's actually who you are when you're not constrained by society's box. So think about it, journal about it, and I hope that you get closer to that person this year.